getting out the big hammer and smacking him really hard, but rather
Yeah,
taking a more
we've had that
careful
before.
approach.
It's not a good idea.
We saw what happened to Zarya when you go into the extreme of balancing stuff, right?
That can be a bit of an issue. Same with Lily, I would argue. So, second map, Wukong Gaming. They want that first pick, giving the map over to CE, and CE are taking them to Braxis.
Yeah, they're taking them to Braxis Holdout, and it's just so cool to see that CE still goes for battlegrounds that are not everyone's go-to choice. They did it last season with Warhead Junction, feeling very comfortable on the map, and now with Braxis Holdout, they just seem to have a weakness for StarCraft maps, don't they?
Yeah, they seem to be big fans of it. Well, if it works for them, who's gonna blame them? They currently have a 100% win rate on this map too, only with 2 games, but 2 games with 2 wins is more than 0 games with 0 wins. That's currently what we've got now.
Well said, well said. Now, Wukong Gaming, they played this map once before. It didn't really go so well for them. Now, what I want them to do here, don't pick Nazeebo. It's probably one of the 2 maps where he doesn't excel on. We're not guaranteed to reach level 20 with enough stacks. 2-lane maps in general for Nazeebo are, for the very same reason, not optimal. So just go for, if you want to go funky, go for something like Gul'dan. Solid hero, still exotic.
Gul'dan, like we said last game, Gul'dan, Zagara, Sylvanas. If you want that style of wave clear or specialist styling, there are better options than Nazeebo for this one. And the fact is, they all still get good in the late game too.
Yeah. Just like a Zagara. I mean, if I remember the good old days with Gale Force Esports and Crowan when they still had him in the roster, like Crowan's Zagara was heavily influenced by the Chinese teams, which we saw in Phase 1. And it just worked so well on this battleground in particular. Zagara, after acquiring the Nidus Worm, she can dive from lane to lane, causing so much damage to the buildings. And guess what? This is one of the maps where buildings are more important than on others, because if you don't have defense lines anymore against the Zerg waves, if you don't have the keeps anymore, they're going to threaten your core directly, and it's almost a 100% GG. So Zagara, being able to not only have good wave clear, but also apply a lot of pressure, that's the kind of stuff that I want to see for Wukong Gaming here.
I like that. That sounds pretty good. It is if they will go for that. Right now, banning out the Malfail consistently. They once again continue their theme of looking a bit like Hero League.
Okay, Wukong Gaming, they start this draft off strong with the Genji. Do they have the mechanical prowess to make the hero work? Maybe.
They've ever actually played the Genji so far, no.
But it's definitely a better start than last draft when they... I mean, they might not be the strongest players mechanically, but at least they go for a solid draft, which is always the right foundation to start a comeback potentially. Now, on the other hand, CE, they're going equally strong. Before. Yeah.
Yeah, that's we will see. Maybe that will be Lang. Maybe he is the Genji player that they have been looking for and needing. But like you said, CE also starting off with a very strong setup, taking incredible lockdown potential, Divine Shield, like... Nubrak's very tough, but his strength really lies in his utility, not his really tough survivability. So having an Uther for that extra protection is always nice.
Yeah, now what do we want to see here on the side of Wukong Gaming? A strong 4-man lane in general. Something like Gul'dan Oriel, for example. Vala Oriel? Vala Johanna? Okay, I'm sold. I mean, I would have maybe preferred an Oriel first because it could now get banned. And Johanna, I don't want to sound too disrespectful here towards Wukong Gaming because I respect them a lot for showing such courage here. But Johanna is a relatively safe warrior. There's very little room for mistakes you can make on a Johanna, right? You have a very solid escape with the Iron Skin. Your Blessed Shield is normally not that hard to land. So maybe going for those quote-unquote simpler heroes like Johanna is really necessary for them to stabilize and feel comfortable.
Morales as a bandit here. Are they not afraid of the Ariel, or do they want to pick themselves? They could go for Ariel Cassia themselves, and that would very much limit the options.
Come on,
gaming.
No way.
I mean,
okay,
like, sure, it's scary. There we go. That's more reasonable. Yeah, it's Valeera would have been super weird.
Yeah.
Like there's always a possibility because, like the rogue she is, Valeera can pop up anywhere and everywhere.
True. And she will stab you in the back if you don't pay attention to it, but the rogue is probably not going to be deployed. I think we saw him, or we saw her, excuse me, in NA the other day. Yeah, I think it was Tempo Storm who played her.
believe so.
Can't remember if they won with her, but that is something I really, really like by CE here. The Sylvanas being extremely powerful, especially against a team who you're favored against. You just want to make it quick, man. You just want to get some value very, very early on. And if the opposing team can't deal with the Sylvanas very well, they're going to lose structures extremely fast.
Yes, they are. But the question is, do they have enough damage? They still, I would say, need another damage dealer because Sylvanas, her range damage can be okay. Like, you can top damage charts well, but only if you're left alone, and a Nubarak might not be enough healing for that to happen. So I'd like to see another damage dealer coming out from C. 50% exactly.
Who do you send to the soul laner then? Soul lane then, if you go for another assassin?
Uther.
Uther?
Or depending on the assassin, if it's like someone like Tychus, you can send him.
I mean, it's far from being ideal, but it's definitely the one target I would send to the soul lane as well. Yeah, unless they go, of course, for something like Leoric, Dehaka, Sonya. I mean, there's still plenty of options to choose from, but if they don't want to go that route, then I agree Uther would probably be the most likely target to send there. Now, Tassadar and Malfurion, they go for the double support. They don't have a single cleanse, though. Because remember, Malfurion, after his rework, not as good anymore.
Very true. We'll see if they're able to do anything about getting focused down. Obviously, not an issue for Johanna. Everyone else, little bit of a problem and not having that cleanse. But see, they finally finished their draft with that solo laner. It is the Grey main, so they do pick an assassin solo laner.
So, No Li Ming was picked here by Wukong Gaming. We saw a lot of teams prioritizing her, thanks to the cocoon shredding potential that she has. However, I do want to say that Tassadar's auto attack is like a mini disintegrate, right? It has an extremely and Psystorm too. So they could have a little bit of a cocoon shredding potential here, Wukong Gaming that is. But overall, I do want to say that the draft from CE looks solid. I think they have a couple of comfort heroes here as well. Greymane can go to the soul lane, or Uther, as Tetcher pointed out. Tetcher, who do you think has the better draft?
CE's was a weird order, but it just fits together very nicely. They have mid to deep, I would say like upper mid-tier energy generators, hope generators for Ariel, so she should be able to offer enough healing, and if not, Uther is there to assist with that. They've got good frontline in the form of the Anubrak and the Uther. I feel very confident in CE's draft.
I would agree so. I would definitely agree. The Johanna, we haven't really seen her in China a lot. We haven't really seen her a lot in competitive in general. So how strong can she be? She offers great wave clear. She offers good peeling, the blinds, the condemn, the slow. There's a lot of things she can do for the backline. However, mobility and initiation potential, aside from level 10, are not really the best in the game. I don't think Wukong Gaming should play too aggressively in the first place, though, because that playstyle didn't really do them any good in the game 1. True, they got a kill here and there, but in the end, they were heavily outfarmed and outplayed in terms of map mechanics. But ladies and gentlemen, Game 2 is about to commence here between CE, the reigning champions, and Wukong Gaming, desperately looking for the first victory of the season.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Braxis Holdout, and spawning on the left-hand side, looking for their first win in the Chinese HGC. It's Wukong Gaming with Ailing on Valor, Laihu on the Johanna here, Zero on Tassadar, Moon on Genji, and Lang on Malfurion.
And their opponents, the Goliath in this series. We have Alufal for CE on the Oriole. We have Wind on his Anubrak, KTY on Uther this time around, Paradise on Greymane, and Zuyu once again. And the Jack of all trades. He plays assassins, specialists, melee assassins. He plays them all on Sylvanas.
And it is the weird thing as well. Speaking of Jack of all trades, Lang last game, Nazebo. This game, Malfurion. So a little bit of a roll swap as well. Get out, he's fine, but that is not the thing you want to see when you go out to scout the lane.
Did they really try to send Johanna into this whole lane? Their only warrior? What?
Looks like it. That's their plan. We can see Anubrak currently zoning out the rest of the team from coming to the for the rotation, and because of that, CE will get both towers.
Okay, they got both towers. That's probably a new world record here, or a new Chinese record, I should say. And that is another mistake here by Wukong Gaming. When you play against Sylvanas compositions, you need to scout out. You need to position yourselves in the middle, so you actually have a shorter walking distance to either lane, depending on where they might want to pop up. Oh, first blood on the side of CE.
CE, there's a second lane. Guys?
Well,
alright, sure.
Let's go full Hanamura.
For the 4, full 5-man push, full Hanamura, like you said. Going for the 4, but Sylvanas finally killed off, and this is the issue. Like I said, it's only an upper mid-tier hope generator is Sylvanas, so they can struggle a little bit for energy.
Yeah, the energy gain was not there for Oriel, and they lost Zuyu now. Genji, during all of this, has been doing a lot of work in the bottom lane. He's soaked XP, and that's the reason why Wukong Gaming is still on par. Now, yeah, CE definitely went for a Hanamura-esque approach here, trying to go all 5 men.
They still won't go bot lane. They're pushing in. A-Link focused down. They want to disengage.
Oh my god!
Oh,
they got him!
Done. Beautiful move by Paradise. The disengage cocktail shot, getting the kill. And guess what? Sylvanas is back. Goodbye goodbye Tass. Okay, as he gets taken down, and the objective is just about to spawn, and it is the Zerg wave in the top lane for CE.
Yeah, CE really wants to get this over with very quickly. They're like, yo, we got some hairdresser's appointment. We can't really miss that. So Wukong Gaming, we're gonna make this a quickie, right?
What's the record? What is the record that Fnatic
I think
did?
it's 6:50 or 7 minutes, something along those lines.
30 something. We will see if they can beat it. I will look that up in a second. I got a load of tweets at Mid-Season Brawl about it because we did analyze that game. That was fun. Can CE beat it? The official HGC record as they begin pushing in. Already
here we go.
Opening up the wall. They currently aren't even going for the Zerg. They're going straight for the keep. Johanna, your keep is under attack, friend. As Tass starts burning onto Paradise a bit. Sylvanas just keeping the disables. Everyone just zones for her, basically. Genji nearly dying here as the keep shall fall at the 2 minutes, 48 second mark. Down it goes,
Johanna,
and now they can go and get the Zerg.
This is not what you're looking for an apprentice. It's the other way around. They're all in your base. They're all waiting for you. And one Johanna cannot really keep up in terms of pushing you. Tetra, are we getting trolled here? I don't really know what's going on.
Okay, chat has helped us. 6 minutes, 1 second is the current record. If they can get the Zerg, that is an easy attempt at that record. As we see Paradise backing out currently. Wukong Gaming doing everything they can to prevent this from happening. And Paradise will actually die. That one minion allowing Moon to dive deep.
Okay, keep in mind, guys, the top lane is going to be the first Zerg lane as well for CE. So if they manage to get a 100% Zerg wave, the core is basically butt naked. It's all exposed, and that could be a new world record in professional Heroes of the Storm. But for now, CE is kind of struggling. They're the ones getting pushed in right now.
Wukong scuppering the plans right now by putting on the aggression. They're going to be able to take down this 4-man. Looks of it as it's already out of ammo thanks to Johanna burning it all earlier with her iron skin by taking a couple extra shots with it. Zuyu poking it down. They're really once again struggling a little bit for energy.
All right.
Zero engaged on. There's the CC. No follow-up though. Graven's already in wolf form. Instead they turn around onto Valor. Anubrak finally grabbing the beacon.
Wow.
Ailing barely surviving the holy shock. Not enough to kill him.
Alright, the beacons are channeling up, they're charging up, and this could be where Wukong Gaming ends up falling if they don't get level 7 immediately, if they don't find a way to break the siege applied by CE. Look at that cocktail damage as well. Greymane and Oriel, goodbye Wukong Gaming, this might be it.
It might be, and it might be a record as the Zerg wave ticks up and shall begin to push in the top lane. Looks like are they going to attempt to boss as well? No, they're just going to go for the mercenary camp, and that's still going to be pretty... Oh, no, they're not. Get denied. Luful. Auto attack just too slow. They still have 3 catapults, though, and a full Zerg wave, and Uther was actually able to grab this top camp as they'd already killed it as they move in. Yeah,
unless Uther had new bribe powers, I think that was definitely pre-cleared already. And here we go. 3 catapults, a full Zerg wave, and some mercenaries lurking a little bit behind. This might be, ladies and gentlemen, the fastest game in HGC.
They have 44 seconds. They've taken down Valor. Going for more. Genji trying to do the damage. Going straight for the core. And it's a race against time now. Johanna delaying with the blind as they focus down the core. Here comes the damage onto Genji. They're getting the kills and they've guaranteed the game. And this is going to be it. We have a new HGC world record with 5 minutes and 40 seconds.
Fantastic performance by CE. I don't think they're going to miss their barber's appointment now. They're definitely going to be ready and set to go to do whatever they want to do on this day. Beautiful performance, but Wukong Gaming, that Johanna arrived too late to the party. I think they just wanted to get over with it.
Yeah, so
oh boy.
Fnatic gonna be disappointed. They lost their HGC record. As a reminder, that is their HGC record. The world record is still currently held by Team Liquid at 5 minutes and 20 seconds. But that was
so
not an official HGC game, as it was before HGC was even in effect. But for now, official tournament since the HGC has started, we do have a new record. And nicely done. 3 points coming over to CE as well. They continue to cement themselves at the top of the table.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Chinese champions from CE are definitely not showing any form of weakness today. They looked a little bit shaky every now and then in Game 1, but in Game 2, they were like, you know what? We're going to go all series mode right now. And that Sylvanas push was probably the most efficient way to approach a nice and quick game on Brax's holdout. Just well played by them. And Wukong Gaming, they should just brush this off. It was not a game they're going to play every single week. There are other teams that look more beatable, but CE just 5 numbers too large for them.